Alright, hello everybody, welcome. Today I'm going to give you 30 decks that you should play when the new expansion Scholomace Academy goes live. And I guess it's already live when this video is on, so... Alright. So, let's get started with this amazing deck. Erdu Tempo Demon Hunter. Yep. I copied his deck. I think it's an amazing Tempo Demon Hunter deck. We included some Soul Fragment pieces in here. Glide, lovely card. Cran, pretty good. And some Soul Fragment cards that are definitely going to help you win the game. So, an amazing aggressive deck. Hope you like it. Let's move on to the next deck. That is Soul Fragment Demon Hunter. Full package. Almost full package. Never full package. Yeah, this time we included some Demon Companion. New cards. So good to see them. Draw no cast card. I think this card is quite good. Yeah, very aggressive Demon Hunter. But the most interesting card is Militia. For each Soul Fragment in your deck, summon a 3/3 Soul with Rush. She good. Alright, let's move on to the third deck. That is super aggressive face Demon Hunter. With list Fragment cards and a little bit cheaper, if you know what I mean. If you don't have enough dust to craft it, alright, you got me. I got you. Nice. This weapon is ridiculous. You can actually heal yourself by playing this weapon, but the downside is you can't really play Hand of Gul'dan. But do you really need Hand of Gul'dan anyway? Aggressive, very aggressive. The reason you are playing this is because it's dealing damage face and probably gonna heal you. Very cheap deck. Really cheap deck. If you are looking for a cheap deck and very aggressive, this is your best friend. Moving on to the fourth deck, which is a Thijs deck. Thijs Big Beast Druid. Holy, I love this deck so much. This is actually the best deck I've got for the new expansion. Not really, I love meme decks anyways, but Survival of the Fetus, whatever it's called. 10 mana Druid spell, very crazy. Kill Tusk, crazy as well. Full package of madness and lovely beasts. Big beasts, Druid loves that. You are probably going to play this card on turn 5 or something. You are going to just instantly blow up your opponent's mind. But keep that in mind that this deck is not going to work 100% of the times. It's very expensive. It's more like meme, but if you get the points, get the cards you need, you are just instantly outvalue and blow up your opponent. Unless it's priest and is casting anything and it's gonna clear the board. But against everything else, it's gonna be ridiculous. Moving on to the next deck, which is basically similar to that last one, but different. This time around we got some other cards that you probably need. More legendaries. So you can check this out as well. If you want, of course. Moving on to the next deck, which is of course Token Druid. By the way, sorry for interrupting you. I covered every single class, everything you need to play. So stick around with this video. Scroll below the stream and in the video description you're gonna find the deck codes and everything you need. This is a Token Druid with a new Lightning Bloom, lovely card. And I'm regretting by saying this card is 1-star. You can ridiculously play this on turn 1, play a bunch of spells and everything, fill your board with crazy madness on turn 1, and win instantly. An incredible ridiculous token druid deck. The best card is Reader. 2 mana, draw 3 cards. Disgusting. I love this deck so much. So aggressive, so cheap. Probably better than Demon Hunter. Probably. Let's move on to the next deck, which is Deathrattle Lovely Hunter. Vectus joined the stream right now and shows us those amazing Deathrattles. Boy, that's a big boy. I think that this dual class weapon is actually good in combination with the eggs. You can break up your eggs with that weapon, quite good. Terran works as well with that weapon, so I think in general this is a very cheap, flexible Deathrattle, kind of zoo style. It's very aggressive though, so I suppose if you have more budget, you are gonna get this deck. I don't know the win rates of those decks, but I haven't played them yet. Nobody actually really played it, except some streamers which got some amazing. Whatever, let's move on to the next deck. Which is of course my favorite deck so far. Actually not really, why I'm saying that. Deathrattle, oh, Highlander Hunter, not Deathrattle Hunter. Animal Companion. Such a ridiculous lovely card. 1 mana 2 damage face probably. And you have a 2/1 on the board. Pretty nice. And some other cards as well, which are great. Yeah, Kreen in this deck as well. Very good. Ace Hunter, of course. I thought that this card is... do I really need this card? Yeah, you actually do. You can combine it with Tracking, Animal Companion, Demon Companion. Sorry. Yeah, I am Animal Companion as well, of course. You know, the typical Highlander deck. Highlander Hunter deck. We included this Guardian Animals. Pretty strong. If you are playing Teacher's Pet, of course. And Lake, very good card. Treasure. Move on to the next Hunter deck, which is Beast Highlander Hunter. That one was like mixed. This one is Beast. Oh, look at this boy. so delightful. Well, it's pretty similar, but it's more beasty, if you know what I mean. We include the Houndmaster. Very good card, and of course Wildclaw. Wildclaw, you can summon a copy of a beast, or give +1/+1 to your beasts in your deck, which is gonna be so despicable. I believe this deck is very interesting. I can't wait to play it. Alright, let's move on to the next deck. Exodia Mage. Yeah. I believe I have 2 Exodia versions of decks. This is a Thijs version. I don't really know. Don't remember. I changed some cards though. Yeah. The way you make it, you need a coin from Listen's Adventurer. Play double Sorcerer's Apprentice. You play Potion of Illusion. Then you play your Sorcerer's Apprentice again. And again, Potion of Illusion. Bam! Have 4 Sorcerer's Apprentices in your hand. You need to have the coin. You have to be very careful. Your hand should not be full. And the next turn, of course, if you are surviving, it's a meme deck. It's not a ridiculous good deck, but it's pretty good if you are surviving. The next turn you play Antonidas, which is 7 mana, 3 girls, and coin the 3rd girl. And you go endless fireballs in the opponent's face. It's gonna be hard, but of course we are trying to make it work. Spell Mage. Spell Damage Mage. Well, I was thinking, we got so many spell damage cards. This legendary spell damage is pretty nice. Mana Worm, I like it. I included Mana Cycle in this deck because you will need a lot of flexibility. There are lots of cheap spells in here. For instance, Discover Spell Damage Minion. That is really good. Spell damage minions. The Evolving Missiles is so sweet in this deck. You can combine it with... Hold on, where's the legendary? After you cast a spell, gain spell damage +1. Holy crap, Swords Apprentice, endless combo. Imagine if you make this like 10 spell damage per spell. And you frostbolt your opponent's face like twice. GG. Easy game. You can make this... You can call this an OTK deck, but it's not an OTK deck. It's a spell damage mage. Very lovely, not that cheap, but very good. Alright, moving on, the OTK mage. Once again, this is a cheaper version without the hero card. If you don't have it, nothing really changing here, except the fact that it's not that expensive, it's much cheaper. If you want to have some meme in your life, you have this one. So let's move on to another deck. Wow, it's been already 10 minutes. Wow, nice. This is Thijs Dual Paladin. You don't need to know much about this deck, because you already know how good is Dual Paladin. It's not that great, you just need to be lucky. Alright, we got this amazing 8 mana legendary card that's hopefully not going to fail. Summon a minion from your deck, give it Taunt and Divine Shield. Yeah, this is more expensive than Dual, but giving it Divine Shield is quite good. For instance, if you're summoning a Colossus or even Colossus of the Moon, it gives it Taunt as well, so Colossus of the Moon with Taunt is really good. Well, good luck with that. I think this is a meme deck, not that great, it's very expensive, but it's very fun. So I included this in the list as well, if you want to see it. Pure Paladin, or Paladin, or no neutral Paladin. Yeah, we included Devout Pupil, Goat card. If you watched the previous video, you already know how good is this card. Yes, Allura, dual class, beautiful card. Goody 2 shields, very flexible, 3 mana card. And of course, Argent. He can go very endless big. For instance, you play this Leap of Hope for cheap, like 7 mana, 6 mana. And then you play this, and you have a 2 mana 8/8. And an 8/8 with Taunt as well. Holy crap. Imagine if this card had Taunt, dude. Oh yes. First day of school, I guess, is a very good filler in this deck. If you're not drawing that good, it's gonna help you. Well, move on to the next Paladin deck. It's more like an aggressive Secret Paladin deck, which I think is pretty reasonable. We include some Warlocks in here because they are very, very good to go face. Some good secrets, Secret Keeper, those good stuff. The new cards are, of course, the 2 mana draw 3 cards at the end of your turn if your hand is empty, of course. Goody 2 shields because it's too aggressive and is 3 mana 4 attack is great. Divine Shield is amazing if your opponent is not able to kill it, and if you need to draw more cards, we got Salhead's Pride. I don't know how to read that card name, but alright. It's an amazing line, alright. Very aggressive deck, very cheap. Moving on to Priest. Face Zoo Priest. This is a Erdu or Radu deck. I got it from him. So very big girl in combination with this girl plus this girl if your hand's empty. Dude, this card is gonna be played in every single aggressive deck. And a lot of spells that you can combine. And of course, the best card you should craft. Just watch the previous video, please. Yes, this is gonna be 0 mana, go face Mork. I love this card. Kinda cube, aggressive, zoo, tokenish, spell, going face, priest. Very, very flexible, but it's not that cheap. It has 3 legendaries. Holy crap. 4 legendaries. It has some legendaries in it, but if you already have them, you are good to go. Very aggressive, very nice, very flexible. Moving on to to a better version of a deck. Deathrattle Priest. This is something more special. It's aggressive, very flexible. Well, I'm saying flexible all the time. I don't know, I like to say flexible. Reliable. And Vectus join us. Poppy will join us today as well. And you also have Galakrond for infinite value hero power. Blow up your opponent. Your opponent's gonna be like, oh, so many cards, I'm out. Or is gonna play kill command and kill your face. This is something much interesting. So I found this deck on Harpoon. Octosari OTK. Very clever. You basically discount your cards with Fey Waver. You gotta invoke 2 times, be careful. And you can play 2 of them, that'll be very, very good. You play Octosari for 7 mana or 6 mana. 6 mana is very, very, very good. And Shadowy Figure. Where is Shadowy Figure? You copy Octosari with Shadowy Figure twice. Beautiful. And you give them Rush. Rush with this broomstick. Beautiful. Make sure that your opponent has cards on the board. Them are 2/2, so them should be very easy to be killed. But before you do that, you make sure you change your hand and deck for 1 turn with a new legendary card, Lucia. Or Lucia? Lucia? I have no idea how to read that card. Anyways, Battlecry, swamp hands and decks with your opponent's next turn. Make sure you are doing the correct order and not the wrong order. After that, you attack with the small Octosaris, jump. But if you cannot kill the big Octosari, you can silence it. That's why we are playing silence. Silence the big Octosari. You are basically drawing 16 cards. So your opponent should have no cards next turn when his deck comes back in place. This is not an OTK, if you know what I mean, because you can actually die because of this combo. It's more like I'm milling opponent's deck. And perhaps hand. I don't think so. But the opponent's deck, for sure. It's more of a meme deck. Alright, moving on to the next one, which is a rogue amazing deck. Ultra Big Edwin. How is that even possible? Simple. Wisp, Shadow Step, prep. Desk Imp, backstab. Coin. Edwin Van Cleave on turn 2. Huge, crazy Clone Fiesta. It's a meme deck, but it's probably working 50% of the times. Good luck with that. I said I have to add this deck in here. Like, come on. You also have Clever Disguise. You can make Edwin even bigger than that. If your opponent doesn't have Zephyr, Silence, or Hex, or Polymorph, you're good. Next up is another rogue deck. J. Alexander Stealth Rogue. I got this deck from him, and I'm pretty happy with it. Secret Passage in all rogue decks. I already told you that. Very aggressive, very cheap, ridiculously good deck. And of course, Lillian is joining us today. Vulpera Toxic Blade as well. Very decent, very flexible. Ghostface very well. I have to say, an OTK deck is not bad, so let's add in Malygos, OTK, Galakrond, Rogue, which surprised me so much. I always like to say this. 3 mana combo destroy minion, that's quite good, and also Secret Passage helps you a lot to build your deck, so good luck with your amazing combo Malygos. Make sure you're not drawing Malygos before you're not copying with getting it from Galakrond or Twoggle. Wondrous Wand. Moving on to Spell Damage Shaman. We got here a lot of new cards, so very interesting. Lightning Bloom, Devolving Missiles, Studies, and of course the new 3-mana legendary dual class, Druid and Shaman. And Wrath, not but least, Wrath dual class card, spell damage. This deck is so similar with the Mage deck, but probably more overloading, and your spells are fair because them are not cheated. I said, hey, let me add just 1 Arcane. No, 2 Arcane Watchers. Yeah, very good card. Very overstats card. So you have some spell damage minions. It could work. Kinda tempoing, I think, is not bad at all. It's pretty decent. Deathrattle Shaman. Crazy. Deathrattle Shaman. I think this deck is going to lose against any aggro deck, but if you stabilize enough, you are good. You can add 8 mana spell. I don't really like it, but you can add it. Magmorpher is making this deck even more stronger if you're super lucky. Coin it on turn 4, and you get Colossus. You are really lucky. And also you can combine Keltas with Eye of the Storm if you are not lucky. Well, sure. Let's move on to another deck. Evolve Shaman. This time we have less new cards in here, but just the fact that Lightning Bloom, it's such a ridiculous overpower card. And also Tour Guide is nice as well. You want as many tokens as possible for your Box-Spine Knuckles to go face, and also make your Sea Giants cheaper. I included only 1 Sea Giant here because, yeah, it's very expensive and I wanted to make this deck cheaper and accessible for everybody. But if you want, you can play 2 of them. Moving on to Demon Tempo Warlock. I was like, Demon Hunter, what? I included this amazing guy, which is not a demon, by the way. I don't know why, it looks very crazy and he should be demon. Only 1, I guess, is enough. Each time your hero's health changed during your turn, this costs 1 less. So that's pretty nice. Vectus joined the Deathrattle big demons. And yeah, of course, it's more like Zoo, bigger, flexible, mid-range. It's tempo, so it gotta be good. Good old Quest Warlock. But this time with soul fragments in it. Oh, you will love this. Soul fragments are healing you for 2 each time you draw them. And if you are failing, you can play Arifil and Rafam. You know, if you are having like 10 soul fragments in your deck and you're sick, your health is great, and you already completed the quest, you can play Rafam and transform those fragment souls in your deck into a legendary. Very nice, very great. I really like the new cards. Moving on to the Deathrattle Warlock. This is much cheaper, and I believe very good. I included this discount Millhouse. Looks like Millhouse, okay, don't judge me. Egg and everything to go face, blah 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 blah. Expire Merchant to go with Hand of Gul'dan, and of course Nightshade also goes with Hand of Gul'dan, what? I can't speak. And of course the new egg. Only 1 copy of it. I guess it's good enough. You don't have that many new cards, but it is the dual class Priest and the Warlock here, which can help you so much. With those super small minions, making 4/4s out of it. You can put 2 of those, but I include only 1 for some reasons. I think it's not that important as long as you have a lot of tokens for legendary from Evil Genius. Alright, very cheap, very accessible deck. Accessible? I can't speak, anyway. Rattlegore Warrior. This deck quite a meme. Yeah, it's quite a meme, but if you are super lucky to get it from Dimensional Reaper, dude, Dimensional Reaper, Rattlegore, 2 Rattlegores are crazy. I was thinking about putting Keltas in this deck, but it's too expensive. But if you are lucky, you can we can get it for 7 mana. 7 mana is nice. And I included some studies in here for the early game, some removals, the weapon that's very helping you. Alright, Control Warrior, this time some good old Control Warrior. Risky Skyper, very amazing card. I included Rattlegore. How do you read this card? Anyways, I included this card because it's so unkillable if your opponent doesn't have Zephrys, Hex, Devolving Missiles, Polymorph, and Silence, blah 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 blah, and moving on. It's quite good for the late game if your opponent's playing a control deck, kinda. Kel'Thas is nice, of course, with a Shield Slam. If you already read or saw Trump review, he said that as well, so very good. 4 mana weapon, pretty nice cleave. If you're lucky to cleave it up. And of course, Lord Barov. Harrison Jones. I don't have that card, but I put it in. Big Warrior version 2.0 with Rattlegore. If you don't like the other version, here's another one, which I believe is pretty similar with that one. But this time around, we have this amazing weapon. And yeah, less legendaries. Much cheaper this time. No, I mean, it's pretty expensive, this one as well, but sure. You can play without that wing if you don't have that wing. Good luck with that. Moving on to the next deck, which is... There is no more decks left. Alright. It's time to make the outro of this video. Thank you so much for watching this... Washing, of course, your hands. And watching this amazing video. 27 minutes. If you are still here, thank you so much for that. Don't forget to click that notification bell, subscribe, like, and comment below what is your favorite deck so far. What do you think about this new expansion, and would you play these 30 decks that I showed you? Yeah. Alright. Kinda a lot of decks if you ask me. 30 decks. See you guys in the next video.